here it is. The last step in a very, very, very frustrating process. Taking the dogs for a walk to the post box to post it. Oh, what a pain in the posterior this has been. So I ordered some boots, just some motorcycle boots. They're pretty cool adventure motorcycle boots. I ordered them from a place in Italy, and I ordered them from there because they were so much cheaper than anywhere else around. Of course, what I hadn't banked on is the fact that Britain, no longer in the EU, we now have a bunch of new charges, duty to pay on imports. So by the time the duty was levied, they came to near enough the price of the ones in the UK. Then the transport company, FedEx, decided to put a charge on top of that, which meant they're now more expensive than the ones that you get in the UK. So that was a little bit frustrating. Then eventually, because it took a while, eventually they arrived. When I opened the box, I was really disappointed to find there was a fault with them. So not only were they now a bit more expensive, but they were now broken. So I was a bit gutted. Got in touch with the company that shipped them, and I got in touch with the company that made them to look at how we could sort out an exchange or a warranty swap. Turns out they were the last ones in the store's stock, so there was no chance of doing the exchange. What are we doing, duds? So they had to go back for a refund. So I sent them back. Off they went, back to the company I bought them from for a refund. Then right through the post, a bill from FedEx. FedEx had paid the duty on the import and charged me £12 for the privileged. So I was a bit miffed. I was a bit miffed because this delivery company didn't have any authority from me to be able to pay for this charge. I didn't give them the OK. Nor, I certainly didn't give them the OK to pay an extra £12 handling surcharge. So, wrote to them and I said, I'm not happy about this. I said, look, if you can give me the evidence that I've given you the authority to pay this charge on my behalf, fine, I'll pay it, no issue. Nothing came back. I then got another demand, an invoice, and you must pay this bill. I'm like, no, I mustn't pay this bill because I've not given you the authority to be able to pay on my behalf. What's to say, you just don't go off and, I don't know, go and buy a car and say, right, you've got to pay us the money for that. The boots got returned in February, and here we are, May, still not sorted out. So, I wrote to FedEx and said that this is really stressing me out. The fact that you're demanding money from me, and it's not something that I've agreed to. So we had quite a few email exchanges and finally got in touch with a payment person, a real person, because that's the other thing, you can't get to speak to anybody. All you get is help is available on chat. Oh, nobody's available on chat for 35 minutes. Or you could dial this number. Nobody's available on this number for 3 hours. So, useless. So eventually, I had another letter rock up. We've now put your bill over to a collections company. Pay within so many days or you will be going to court. Like, for fuck's sake. Still no response, no evidence at all that I've given them the authority to be able to do these payments, but demanding, and I'm getting proper stressed. So I found online this guy had a similar sort of issue and had made a claim to recover the £12 at least from them. I'm like, okay, well I'll do that, so at least that's something. So I made the claim to them and they did drop that surcharge. They also said, well, you can make a claim from HMRC to recover your duty. Here's the link. And at the very top of the link that they sent me is an explanation about how the courier company can recover the VAT. But they couldn't be asked to do that. 4 months of back and forth and stress. And finally, I've relented. Well, sod it. I've paid FedEx the bill. I've paid them £63 for the duty. And then I'm now going to have to go and recover that £63 from HMRC. So I went online, had a look at the forms. They are a nightmare, a blooming nightmare to work your way through. If you do have a similar situation yourself, give me a shout and I'll drop some links of how to do it. But it ends up with this final piece. That is the letter done. The thing about it is that, you know, eventually I'm navigating through to this online system to be able to recover the duty, because obviously the goods, they've gone back, so recover the duty back. I've found the form to completed it, filled it in, which takes, you know, keep your records, man. This is absolutely necessary. So many options that you've got in there. You need to have the very specific reference numbers that are provided in the documentation for the imports. That's been used, hunted through, entered. Then at the end, the form isn't a submit. The form is a click a button here to review, then print it out and post it to us. So in effect, you're writing to them anyway. That's me writing to them to hopefully recover the £60 import duty that should have been recovered by FedEx. So thank you, FedEx, for being a pain in the arse, stressing me out no end, and caused me a shed load of grief, time and effort. But that's the one thing, this is going to cost them a damn sight more than 60 quid. Because of the to and fro and the back and forth, they could have either just written it off or they could have made the claim themselves. But no. So by me making sure that they're involved for the last 4 months, with the time and effort that's cost them, that will have cost them hundreds, if not thousands, to get to this point. So FedEx, you're welcome. Sorry it's a bit ranty today, but sometimes you get these things that come up. A mate of mine, he said, why don't you just drop it and let it go? I'm like, you know when you get a point of principle that just really annoys, bugs you? This is one of those. So that's done. Now that letter's sent, I've got to say, even if the money doesn't come back from HMRC for some reason, I'm feeling a bit more like cessation to the matter. So that's good. A bit of closure. And I won't be so wound up about it. Odd. There we go. Anyway, that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching, even if it is a bit ranty. And hopefully be a bit more light-hearted again on the next. Catch you later. Bye-bye.